As I was putting this video together, I noticed a couple different things, and I was half tempted to not even publish it due to those certain items that popped up. Mainly noticed some gear limitations in filming, and the quality didn't quite turn out as I would have hoped for it. And so I kept thinking, oh, should I publish it? Should I not publish it? It's just going to show people, oh, this isn't great. They aren't going to like it. But in the end, what I realized is it's better to publish it and show everybody than not to, because it gives me something to look back on and say, hey, this didn't work, this worked, and it gives me a learning opportunity. And it also goes to show that people that watch it, that not every time things turn out how you plan and how you want, and there are limitations to other items, but you can use them to your advantage in the future. So, with that, hope you enjoy. There's only two main shots, one from my main camera and another from the drone, a panorama that I attempted on this trip. And so there's the two main images to kind of entice you to watch through to the end. So enjoy. Okay, right now it's about 2 in the morning, and I am headed out to the Bonneville Salt Flats. What I'm hoping for, based on some recent photos I've seen of the area, is that they are not flooded. Every time I've been out to the Salt Flats, they have always been covered in I never waded out there, but it's at least ankle deep water. And while it creates a lot of cool reflections and stuff, I've always wanted to photograph the salt flats when they're dried with the cracks in the salt. There's something about just those cracks and that pattern and that image that I have in my mind. That I may have seen similar ones from areas in like Death Valley and other locations around, but I have the salt flats close by. And so what I'm hoping for is that this trip at 2 in the morning out to the salt flats is still going to be dried out, be able to get out there on the flats, wander around, get some of those decent shots when the sun comes up. And the reason behind the 2 in the morning drive is the hopes that I can get some of those cracks with a bit of the Milky Way. It's getting later on in the year when the Milky Way is more visible in the sky. So at about between 3 and 6 or so is when it starts to appear over the horizon. It's not vertical quite yet, but you should still be able to see some of it, or at least more of it, compared to what I saw in my Bryce Canyon shots. So hoping, crossing my fingers, and we'll see what we can get. I am at the Bonneville Salt Flats, and it's hard to see. It's still dark outside. my thoughts on the Milky Way. I failed to research the moon phases. Probably about a half moon. I can't quite tell. There's a few clouds as well, so I'm not sure how well the Milky Way stuff is even going to turn out. So that is one key thing that I'm coming to realize, is moon phases are a big thing to keep in mind. The other thing is I'm out at the end of the main road to the Salt Flats, and that side is flooded with water, and back that way about, I don't know, not even a quarter of a mile is flooded with water. And where I'm stopped right here, just off the side of the road, it looks like it's pretty dried out. I'm assuming it's dry enough. I'm not going to chance it. My wife would kill me, especially in her car. Don't need a tow bill getting stuck in the salty, crusty mud out here. So going to stop for a second, grab my flashlight here. I'm going to go and just kind of check it out and see if I can see something, because it is still dark. I have never seen this when it's not flooded, and so I'm not quite sure what the flats are going to look like. So this is a little discouraging. The area that I hoped wasn't flooded is still flooded. So yeah, and see what we can do. I'm gonna try and figure something out. Struggling a little bit right now to find a location where I had initially thought would be not flooded, or at least I guess I had hoped would not be flooded. It was flooded. I've walked out on a few areas, took a couple shots just to see what I could, but it's really squishy. I'm trying to find an alternate, which I have another destination in mind right now. And it's not too far away. I'm just on the wrong side of the road, so I've got to figure out a way to get over there without wasting too much driving time, but we're getting there. I guess this is all a part of the landscape photography journey. You probably only see like these amazing shots that everybody posts online, and see all of these just jaw-dropping locations, and you think that all these photographers out there are just either super lucky or that's all that they ever shoot. And I'm probably guilty of that too. I mean, I don't like to post or show images that aren't great images, but it's a struggle. And this is one of those times right now. I had a plan in mind, and it's not going as planned, and so we're changing up the plans in hopes that can still come away with some decent images. But there are those times that things don't work out. You don't get what you were hoping for. You don't get good images. You don't get a lot of things, and that's all a part of it. All you can do is just pick up where you left off, head out there another time, keep planning, keep shooting, and just try and make the best of the situation at hand. So let's see if this next area is going to work out. Crossing my fingers, and let's do it. All right. So hopefully I figured it out. You can kind of look around. There is some traffic around. So you have some nice color showing up. And I'm cutting it kind of short because I finally figured out where I needed to be. So let's see what we can do with this. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here, I've got a little bit of a mottled looking area. Not necessarily sure if you'd call it, I wouldn't really call it cracks or anything like that, but what I'm trying to do is just get a couple images with that color that's coming off from the sunrise over there. It is quite a dynamic range scene. I'm at about f16 on this, the 25-second shutter speed, and I can probably drop that. Let's leave that up. I'm going to move that up to a 30-second shutter speed. And so this, the f16, trying to get the maximum depth of field without having to focus stack. And I've got a lot of gorgeous color in the sky right now. And so, feeling a little bit rushed, but hopefully this is going to turn out. I'm kind of scrambling here. If you look around, I've got some amazing color in the sky here. I don't know if those are gonna light up very much, but I've got some of these amazing lines here that I'm hoping are gonna help me out. So I'm gonna keep going before I lose the light. All right, so just finishing up, I think, on this section of the salt flats. It's got, and the clouds didn't light up kind of like I wanted to back in the mountains back there, but overall the textures and all of that in this salt is pretty amazing. And there's still a little bit of color coming off back there. I ended up mostly just kind of focusing on using these textures and the kind of natural lines in the salt to form leading lines basically into either the mountains or into the sunset or sunrise, sorry, because there's really not a whole lot else out here besides that. So what I'm doing now, heading back to my car, gonna try one other spot where I was gonna try and get some macro shots. There is some interesting salt, kind of basically more texture, which is what a lot of it is out here, is salt texture. So see what we can get from that location. Back out here along the main road to the salt flats. Earlier today, I parked along here when I couldn't really see what I was doing, and I noticed a lot of these interesting cracks and textures. You can see there's a lot more of them. Like those right in there. Oh, that pretty much wraps up my quick trip here. Kind of see the background. Looks pretty nice out there still. I have yet to see that area without any water on it, but I was able to find some spots that did have some texture and some kind of cracky, crusted over salt, so that's good. So until next time, keep watching. Let me know if you have any feedback, comments, questions, anything like that, and I'll keep trying to do more of these. See ya.